So Lucifer had amazing action sequences. I love them. So which one was your favorite and your favorite partner in fights? And why was the scene with Michael so unlike others? It felt more like a childish fight, like gouging eyes and all. So.
Well, I'm glad you got that, because we were going for that. We were going for two siblings fighting the way the siblings do. There's no clean punches or anything like that. It's messy, it's dirty, and it's horrible. And fighting oneself is quite difficult as well. Action set, which I have to tell you, like we did so many different action sequences. I think the ones that were my favourite were often directed by my friend Sherwin Shalati, who was brilliant. And the first episode that he directed was God Johnson. Great episode. And I think the escape from the mental institution is one of my favourite moments in all of Lucifer. And this is what I love about it. It was scripted as they escaped from this thing, and there were sort of suggestive things within the script. And we were working on a budget, and so we didn't have lots and lots of time to do something. And so Sherwin had this amazing idea, and in conjunction with Rob Hayter, who was our stunt coordinator, to basically have all the stuff going on around us, and me and Tim just walk out, like cool as cucumbers, and then run it on a slow motion shot. And so I remember going in, and we were shown for the first time what everyone else was doing, and I just thought, this is brilliant. It was so funny and so good. And then well, I don't think we shot it that many times, because they'd worked on it. The stunt team had really worked on it for like the week leading up to it, so everyone knew what they were doing. So we probably only shot it maybe 2 or 3 times. But for me, it was like one of the most genius moments in our show. And it just involved simplicity, just people doing their job, and it wasn't camera tricks or anything like that, it was just practical. So that's one that sticks in my mind for sure.
And your favorite actor in fight scenes too?
My favourite person to act opposite with? I mean, I think because when we first started out, we would do fight training together, but me and Leslie Ann would always quite enjoy fighting. She's hard as nails, that woman, I tell you. Terrifying. Thank you.
Hi, Tom.
Hello.
I spoke to you yesterday, but first I just want to say that my grandfather loves your show and loves you as a person, and if he could be here, he would. But I want to know that, like, if, like you're behind the scenes dancing with Amy, like, what was your favorite dance that you guys learned?
This is the thing about Amy Garcia. I learned so many dances during the shooting of Lucifer that were never seen or needed for it. It wasn't like for a performance, it's just Amy killing time. And for some reason I'm like taking it seriously, going, oh God, I can't get this right. What are we doing? 5, 6, 7, 8. I think when we were filming the Vegas, what's it called? Vegas with Radish? No. Is that what it's called? Vegas with a Radish. Something like that. Anyway. We did 92 episodes, bear with. Doing all of that dancing that we did with the Morning Stars, that was so much fun. And that's when Amy because we didn't always work together all the time, but on that episode we worked together pretty much every day. That's when I learned about 93 dances. And only 92 of them you never saw, one of them you saw on screen. So, yeah, any time with Amy Garcia is a fun time of choreography. Thank you very much. Hello.
Hi, I'm Krista from the Buffalo, New York area.
Buffalo.
So my question is, do you know if the movie you filmed Players is ever coming out on Netflix?
I've already had this conversation today. So I was told about 2 weeks ago that they are pushing it into next year. I was as disappointed as you are, guys, I'm not going to fucking lie. Yeah, it was disappointing. I don't know the reasons behind that. What I would say is there's about to be a big writers' strike in LA. And so things are being, places like Netflix are stockpiling in lieu of that. So that is probably part of that equation. But, you know, I think there'll probably be other things come out that I'm in before that now, which is weird, because it's only 2 years since I shot it. But yes. Black what? Washington Black. I do hope, as far as I know, Washington Black is the end of this year. And then, what else have we got? Exploding Kittens. And then, I've probably got an announcement next week to make, actually. Which should be quite exciting. And wouldn't it be funny if the thing I was announcing next week still came on before Players? And that might happen. Anyway, so, there you go. I do apologise. I want to watch Players as much as you do. Hello.
Hi, my name is Lisa, and I heard a rumor that you were considered for the role of Reed Richards, but my question was, what, if you could choose any superhero to play, who would it be?
I thought you said to play Keith Richards.
Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, man. If I could play any superhero, oh, I don't know. What's out there? What's available? Moon Knight. That's been done. We all established that yesterday. Had a lot more time shooting. Oh? Deadpool? I think Mr. Ryan's got that covered as well.
Oh my God!
Wolverine? I don't want to break the news too badly to you, but I think Hugh Jackman's about to go back and do that himself, isn't he? Superman? Have I been willing? I don't know. I mean, it would be a lot of fun playing a superhero, that is for sure. So, I don't know. I'm just going to play wait and see if anyone comes to me and says, do you want to play this person? Doctor Strange? Again, I think Benedict will probably have a bit of an issue with that. Who? They've just recast that as well. Guys, you're all too late. Sorry? Kevin said he'd do Silver Surfer. Okay. Well, I'll look forward to that. I don't know. But if I do play a superhero, I'd like it to be one that doesn't wear a mask. So you can see my face. There you go. I often thought to myself, is Pedro Pascal, did he turn up for work? Or does someone else just do it? And he kind of voices it afterwards. He's like, I'm in Calgary doing Last of Us. I can't make it. That's the other option, isn't it? I'd like to play someone who's masked all the time and never goes to work. Hello.
Hi, Tom. My name is Edgar. I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm here with my lovely wife, Jessica, who happens to be sitting right there in front of me on the front row.
Oh, okay.
So I actually have two, well, I was going to have a request. You actually already did one. You looked right at her and said hello, so thank you.
Hello.
The second is you obviously have been praised by many of the Lucifans for, your charitable work, your off-screen persona as a whole being a wholesome person. Part of that too is obviously giving back to the fans doing these types of events. What type of support system do you have? I think I already know the answer to this, but to be able to balance, your commitments to your fans versus your family, and then obviously your acting.
That's a good question. I think the truth is you've got to take charge of it yourself, otherwise you'll get dragged along. The temptation in this industry is we all want to have some degree of success, and when you get it, that can keep going and keep going and keep going. And the very kind of alien thing for me as an actor is to say no. And I've started in the last few years to say no to lots of things because I really want to prioritise other things, like my family. Doing Lucifer was incredible, but it took up so much of my time that I felt like I shortchanged a few people in my life. And so I'm now really mindful about the decisions that I make. And Megan, my wife, is, she's incredibly supportive of everything I do, but there are many things that we consider when both of us are taking jobs these days, in order to service sharing that time out properly and making sure that the most important things in our life are still the most important things in our life, which is each other and our family.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Hi, Tom. My name is Rebecca. My friend Lexi and I love you and your work. My boyfriend is from the UK and said Americans don't understand banter. Did you ever get into any misunderstandings with your castmates due to your banter and other sayings?
Oh yeah, by the way, I can completely sympathise with your boyfriend. One of the things that people say, what do you miss the most about the UK, or what do you miss about not living here? My one-word answer is banter. It's really interesting. And it's not like this is a sociological thing, shall I say, something that I've discovered. I'm not attacking anybody, but Americans can't banter. Not really. Like, they take it too seriously. I think the thing is that Brits don't take anything seriously. But say it in a way where it sounds like they're being serious. What's been an interesting thing for me over the years is spending time in Canada. Now, I love Canada. Canada is a really confusing place for Americans because they sound American, but they've got a British sense of humour. And what the Americans think is that Canadians are passive-aggressive. They're not. They're really not. They're just British. That's the way we communicate. We take the piss out of each other, we just don't take each other seriously. And it's not because we don't like each other, it's because we really love each other. And that's quite a hard concept for people who are on from our shores to grasp. So yeah, does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Give my love to your boyfriend, because I feel for him.
I will.
Apart from all the Americans in this room are brilliant at bantering. There are exceptions to the rule, and they happen to all be in this room right now. Hello.
Hi, Tom. I'm Denzel.
Hello.
I don't have a question, but
Oh.
my
This
mom
is a Q&A.
really, I'm sorry?
No, it doesn't matter.
My mom really loves you a lot. I have to hear a lot of your singing a lot. I have to endure your show a lot.
Oh.
You know you
Fair enough.
are.
No
See, that's
offense,
banter.
no offense.
That right there, that's banter. Yay!
You're great, no
love it,
offense.
really, don't you?
But yeah, my mom loves you a lot. You're a wonderful person, as I can see now. And I'm very, very sorry for getting annoyed with your acting. I'm so sorry.
This is turning into a roast. Anything else? How do you feel about my jeans that keep falling down?
They're lovely.
Thank
They're
you.
lovely. But really, you're a lovely person. You're great.
Don't try now.
All right, great. I hate you. I'm kidding. Yeah. Take care.
That's brilliant. That's my favourite question. Are you guys just leaving? Are you going? You're not going, are you? Oh, don't leave. It's only banter. Okay. Have you got something nice to say? Have you got something nice to say? Let's go this side. Oh.
All right, hi Tom, my name is Karen with an I, but I will speak to the manager for you. I'm from New Jersey, and my question is, just watching you, and I think that everybody here just loves watching you, and you have spoken from a point of compassion and kindness and self-care, and a lot of us have all watched Lucifer, just felt like we were just pulled into a whole new world where if you were depressed or sad or down, it just made you feel so good watching the show. And I started watching the show during 2020 as a suggestion from a friend, and a lot of us were very depressed, and anytime I feel down, I put it on and I feel awesome, like just watching it.
Oh, thank you.
So,
This is like the opposite end of the spectrum, isn't it?
spectrum. But meeting you yesterday, just real quick, even though it was like wham bam, thank you ma'am, like it's
That's how I roll.
I was gonna be so nervous, like getting up there and doing the photo with you, and you just had such a calming vibe to you, and it was just so lovely. Of course, I'm nervous now speaking to you directly, but have you ever thought, your voice is so soothing, have you ever thought about doing any kind of like spoken meditation for like a Calm app or something like that?
Well, it's funny you should say that, because last week I did a podcast in the UK, and they asked me to do a sleep story. And part of their podcasting is they're attached to one of these meditation apps. And so I did a little sleep story. Where I had to talk very calmly and slowly over time. So these words would soothe you as you drop far, far off to sleep. And the land of Nod. So yeah.
I totally will listen the fuck out of that.
I listen to the podcast as well. I like that phrase. Okay. Hello.
Hi, my name is Amanda. My question's on the lighter side. I just want to know why did they stop using the guy liner?
The guy liner. What happened was, we carried on using it, but it got a little bit lighter. I think one of the things that happened in season 2 was that I took control of my own guy liner. And I started to look a little bit like Cleopatra. And I'll be in there in the morning in Vancouver going, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, does that do it? Is that all right, Kipsy? Kipsy was our makeup artist. And she'd be like, oh, it's a little strong side. I go, yeah, great, okay. So yeah, it sort of, it appears like I stopped using it because I was using it so heavily. But then I just toned it down a little bit. But I did like the idea of guy liner because I think that rock and roll aspect of Lucifer, our favourite rock and roll stars all use guy liner. Guy liner's cool. It's cool. You have to be very comfortable with yourself to wear guy liner.
Hi, I'm Sarah, currently in Texas right now.
Okay.
So I have a question, and it's just driving me crazy. One of the scenes you had a murder board of Dan, the ultimate revenge on Dan. So my question is, what was the ultimate revenge for Dan? Because it's something with pudding, and I just didn't know what it was.
The ultimate revenge for Dan?